Okay, now that we've opened the door, let's get back to business.
To the witches.
I do.
Think.
In case you're wondering, Dwibs, what happens is like when you have a certain theme set on the 3DS or 2DS, whenever you have it in sleep mode but then bring it open, a special sound effect plays to show when you're back on.
Yeah, for example, the Komasan one has, the character saying swirls.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to essentially the final quarter of the crossover, where for better or for worse, things will indeed heat up.
The big thing
That's
about
what
it
we
is
don't
that
want.
your questions will get answered. The big thing is that do you actually want it?
We arrived in the final room of the ruins when we encountered a pedestal. The store was used to house the Bell of Ruin.
One of complete.
As we discussed our findings and attempted to make sense of the inscription on the pedestal, Miss Cantabella stupidly ran away from us. I cannot be sure, but I believe her eyes are a faintly red color. Regardless, we must find her immediately. Do we have to?
See, Professor,
Yes,
she wasn't being
Professor.
stupid. She was just being possessed. Or she was evil all along.
Stupid. She was,
I'm a
stupid.
corrupt device. You gotta come find me.
She was stupid enough to be possessed.
You know, I just want to keep record that even in games where
the
Peach has been
story's
kidnapped
bad.
multiple
Professor.
times, Espella has still been kidnapped more.
Where's Espella? Where could she be?
There's no sign of her at all. This is very strange. I've a feeling.
Why would she be in the barrel?
Okay, that's creepy.
Professor, look at this!
Also, Luke, you're catching pneumonia.
Look!
Umbrellas don't
It's a new
exist.
story.
Whoa.
That means
Yes,
the parade has already
game was
taken
rewritten.
place.
We'll
It was,
get
Oh,
to
it
that.
fuck.
was
we missed
a record
it.
parade. I guess it was
Missed
very
it.
short.
Oh, hold on.
Shit, I wanted to see the parade.
The final story. Turns out I've decided to change the ending.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
appointed place of ending, as twilight fades to darkness,
I'm deleting my AO3 account.
the weaver of the story will meet the Great Witch for the first and final time.
Is this what our fanfictions feel like as we delete them, Shiroi?
The
I don't know.
concluding scene will glow in the flames of great magic as the teller of the story is silenced forever.
He wrote his own death in there.
This evening, at the final witch trial, the legendary Great Witch will be consumed by her own flames.
Oh, poetic irony.
Keep injecting that.
A town finally free from the shackles of the story and witchcraft will bathe in the morning light of the new dawning day. Fun fact, New Dawning Day is the name of the ending theme of this game.
Nice.
The new town will be aglow with freedom from the past and fresh hope for the future. There you go. Not that.
Well, that's
I
a
was going
happy
for the
end, I
dark-
guess.
Yes, I was going for the dark and depressing ending, but I changed my mind.
Fucking
Aw,
mandatory.
how nice of him.
mandates,
There's just one little problem.
What? Does this mean what I think it means?
No way! That can't be!
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
Is that what the Great Witch meant?
Also, Professor, by that logic, can't I also say that you were stupid enough to get turned into gold?
That was the difference between me hypnotized and transformed, you know.
Okay,
Now
okay.
don't point fingers, Professor.
Come now, Professor. While Espella has
Also,
her faults, I don't
Phoenix,
think we can blame her
no.
for getting possessed. We should probably
Phoenix,
split up.
you're an idiot. You're all
I-
stupid, actually.
The appointed place of ending. Perhaps this is referring to the town square at which. While the teller of the story can be none other than Espella's father.
So Espella's father
What if there's a
wrote that
ghost
she's
writer
going to
this entire
kill
time?
him.
As for being silenced forever, this is almost certainly an indication that he will lose his life.
Gasp.
In that case, Professor...
Let him die. He's a bastard anyway.
Hold on, the chances of Espella being at the town square are pretty high, right?
I wish I was high. Indeed, Mr. Wright. Let's head to the square and find her.
As you know, it seemed to be square.
Where in the world could...
Where in the world is Espella Cantabella?
Yeah, sure, close enough.
It looks like everyone in the town is here! Everyone is here!
I can see that, Luke.
It would appear that they all wish to see the final story with their own eyes.
I can't believe this girl's gonna murder her own father! I got front row seats for this! Professor, about this final story...
We're finally gonna see how One Piece ends.
Oh my god! Why would the Great Witch Bezella show up tonight? Of all nights?
I have been wondering the same thing myself before now.
I guess the
Storyteller
storyteller controls her?
In fact, I just realized something. The creator of One Piece is the storyteller, and the citizens of Earth are basically the One Piece fan base, and they just
Ichiro is not that cruel.
They scrum around for meaning. The storyteller never gets around to actually ending the story.
Why in the world would the storyteller write his own death into the story?
Indeed, there appear to be quite a few mysteries contained within this final story.
You'd think this were a mystery novel or something we're in.
You see, this proves that I'm not biased in my writing. I'm even killing myself in the story.
Although I suggest we don't dwell on them for the time being.
I agree. First things first, let's find Espella.
I've had plenty of practice for it.
Goody.
Okay, so now let's play a game of Where's Waldo. Can anyone see Espella?
Are you Espella? No. Are you Espella? No.
You better hide now, because you know you can't win. Can too, and I won't hide. You'll be crispy bacon in no time. Just accept it.
How supportive.
Lovely.
Well, no, you'll see. I will become I'll protect you.
Even if I'm crying while I do it.
Come on, how's a little chick protect me from Bezella?
Maybe if he believes hard enough?
No.
Trying hard enough, that's for sure.
Just watch me.
Oh, I even annoyed myself saying that.
Oh, there's also you. Also,
Professor, look! There's the storyteller's carriage, so he's here.
The Ferraros told a different this time. The crystal doctor was nowhere to be seen, and the crystal barman looks so agitated.
Isn't he agitated?
And not only that, but they said this is going to be the last story.
But that game already came out.
What's to become of us all from here on?
You'll all be reborn in the sequel.
Yeah, that's basically it. And again, Great Witch or not, these characters are basically being told about the apocalypse, basically.
But the storyteller assures them it'll lead to a happy ending, though I can't blame them for being just a little bit unsure. And speak of the devil.
Ah, look over there! It's the storyteller!
Bitches don't know about my storytelling skills.
Welcome to the Great Bastards
And
Convention.
now, the time is upon us.
Oh boy.
Hooray!
The time of release from the curses of witchcraft and the story.
And all it takes is your equivalent to
The
God
legendary
being killed.
Bezella will appear before us, and the story of the longest night will begin.
Oh, he ain't kidding.
Prepare yourselves.
Why didn't you write
for
them
the
out
dramatic
before? You are
climax.
God, so,
Because shut up.
Look, writing this. Look, this is just my writing process. Okay, it's a very complicated process. It takes a long time to explain.
He's a bastard anyway. Why are you so sad?
But he helped me get laid.
That's because
he wrote it that way.
You only wrote this so you'd be laid. You wouldn't be able to get laid otherwise.
My
Oh god,
stories are no
now that's a
more
scary
the
thought.
taste of the caprice and irony of unfolding
No one would
fate.
touch it. You had to write about it.
We are all being carried along on the vast and irresistible sea of chance.
Okay, he's definitely a Kirihino.
I am no more than one person in the sea of people who are here tonight.
Oh, at least he's humble.
Developers? Yeah, sure.
No more,
He's a shit father.
no less.
Ah, so it's Hayao Miyazaki as well.
Oof.
Storyteller!
Hooray.
Storyteller! Don't stop writing our story!
I want to get laid! That's the guy.
Well, when people are given freedom, they don't know what to do with it.
This isn't good. It's getting dark already. Remember what the story said.
I get paid your salary?
No.
Oh, at the appointed place of ending, as twilight fades to darkness.
And we still haven't found Espella yet.
That's not the end of it, Mr. Wright. I thought there was something else.
Hey! Look at that!
What?
Hmm?
Someone's at the top of the tower!
What? At the top of the tower?
Yes, the
Yes.
top of the tower.
That's what I said, the top of the tower.
Look, Nick, someone's definitely up there. I know you pointed them out first, but look.
Look, everyone! The great witch Bezella has finally appeared. The time
You wrote
has
your own
arrived.
daughter this way?
This story will come to an end.
Oh, horrible.
Yes.
Can it really be?
The Great Witch Bezella!
Look, I can't favor this character just because she's my daughter. Okay, I have to stand by this.
This isn't favouring your daughter. This is bringing her down.
Look, it's all part of the story. Okay, we're all actors. Okay.
Come to this town.
She's your daughter, man.
Also,
See,
that
see, look
cat,
at her. See, she's fine.
and she also had that cat with the flame collar. But yeah, she also used her ultimate spell.
Granwyn.
I summon Mega Ultra Chicken in attack mode. Yeah, that's basically the weak dragon of Ra.
Just incredibly pissed off with flames.
It's one of his many forms.
And then my daughter scares the shit out of people with her fire dragon.
Didn't even flinch. It was all
Okay,
over
knowing
right
what we
there.
know, I do wonder what actually happened here. Like,
No, Luke!
Luke, I don't think there's anything we can do for that man now. Or what's left of him.
There, follow me.
Oh god, please don't tell me we're gonna have to go up the stairs. Oh dear lord, we went up the
every single
stairs!
one. Oh,
Oh.
hi.
The Inquisition is very quick.
Espella.
Well, this isn't good.
Oh well.
So you were the
Were you all just hiding in the tower the entire time?
We'll figure out some more. We're gonna figure out some more details about this later.
Get up. Get up and stand before us.
Aren't you gonna ask why he wrote me like this?
You want us to question God?
Yeah, that's basically.
Yes!
Heresy. Heresy,
Espella.
I say.
It can't be. Espella, there's no way.
I mean, you just saw it, Maya. Espella, are you alright? Espella! I mean, I don't know why I'm asking that. You clearly aren't, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Just, but, you know, routine work and everything. Yeah.
Are you okay, Espella?
I'm not Espella!
I wasn't talking
You
to
are
you.
now.
She seems to be wide awake, but the sprite model isn't on the screen. Well, she's not responding.
I don't get it. What happened here?
Can you not put two and two together? Guy wrote the story, so his daughter is the Great Witch and burned him alive.
Okay, Layton, rule number 1 of our series, never trust your naked eye.
Huh? It's Eve! Eve, were you with Espella the whole time?
The truth is always stranger than fiction, Professor.
That's not my motto.
Can you tell me what happened here?
It might as well be, honestly, with how your series goes.
Well, great.
What did she say, Luke?
Fuck off.
Nothing.
Get off my
She didn't tell me a thing.
Oh my god, even the cat's getting silent on us. What the
I
hell?
pushed a candle over.
Will you people keep your distance? I can't have you getting close to the Great Witch Bezella.
Talk to the hand.
Until the commencement of the final trial, this girl is to be handed over to the Knights of the Inquisition. Take her away!
After you scrabble the horse in Hyrule, then we can talk about verse.
Sir!
Hey, don't you dare lay a finger on her.
On whose authority? Surely you must have seen her just now. Tell me, did she or did she not just summon a great big fire dragon?
He's got a point there, Maya.
And she even summoned in attack mode and everything.
But you still can't say for sure that Espella is a witch.
Well, that's what the trial is for, dumbass.
Well, considering your trials, I find it hard to believe that that'll
you
actually go well.
You should know, you've been in enough of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm surprised no one. The first reaction of the 90s. Oh shit! Didn't we burn you? You know?
Yeah.
I'm alive. Hello.
Okay. This is a bit of an early preliminary thing here, but part of my theory and definite stance that the ending got rewritten is that some things don't match up as well as they should, and one of them is the fact that these people aren't referring to the fact that Maya was burned alive. Granted, we've never seen these particular knights before, so for now we can maybe assume they weren't at the trial where Maya got burned, assuming that, you know, witch trial stuff doesn't always
But
get out as
apparently
much.
everyone goes to those trials, though.
Okay, according to the post-trial Maya Shiroi, not necessarily everyone, particularly of the lower class citizens.
Honestly, Jovah, based on what we know about the development of this game, at this point, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when and
how much
the circumstances.
But, sir, there seems to be some kind of commotion downstairs.
What? Oh my god.
That
Surrounded by
expression,
idiots.
I'm
You take your hands off that young girl! I'm family!
Oh god.
Hey, you cease!
Oh snap. What was that?
You lot just keep your grubby meat hooks off of my little Espella!
Mrs. Patty, you do realize what she's being accused of, right?
Boss!
Oh snap, it's the boss.
Maya! Phoenix! Wherever have you been?
Who let this woman up here? Remove her immediately!
Sir!
Don't you lay a hand on me! Ha!
Oh, no, power. Yeah.
I'll kick your fucking ass.
That's my very finest white flower! Be thankful of that, you whippersnapper!
Okay,
Waste
so,
of good food.
alright.
Yeah.
Alright then,
You could
Miss
use the
Patty.
shit stuff if you had
Alright.
any.
Alright then, Mrs. Patty, you'll be arrested now for attacking the
impotent,
knights.
bread-baned baker!
Go ahead and draw that sword at your own risk, sonny. I'll show you a thing or two. The rolling pin is mightier than the sword.
Oh
The
snap.
rolling pin.
Did you have anything better to do than intimidate defenseless women? You dork in a tin can?
Defenseless?
Okay. No, I'm sorry. First of all, Patty attacked us, and secondly, you just saw her summon a fire dragon.
What is it with you people?
No, you saw someone from a distance doing it, and also it's only flour, you baby. Yes?
His
That's
response
how you
would
do
be,
feel, but I have
Hang on,
to
yes,
calm
dude.
down a little.
Yes,
usually his response would be, look, I'm a knight in the Middle Ages, and I have little to do on the job, okay? That's one of the more exciting ways I can perform my job, okay?
That said, the professor's right. We have to keep our cool and carefully plan our next move. Because let's be honest, if we didn't interfere, I'm pretty sure Patty would have single-handedly have took down the Inquisition if she could.
I know, Phoenix. And to think, the Phoenix I once knew could barely even plan his next loaf of bread. They grow up so fast, the wee ones.
If you'll excuse us, we must be on our way.
Now why couldn't you just leave peacefully in the first place?
Because some people, because some people prefer to think with their lack of brains.
God, I hate Mondays. Take the girl away. That means now, before anything else crazy happens.
I'm afraid, sir, that won't exactly be completely possible at the present time, sir.
Oh, for God, heaven's sake!
And why not?
What now?
A moment ago, that new recruit got carried away and locked the entrance.
Are you bloody kidding me?
Currently, no one is able to leave the tower, aside from jumping off it.
Yeah, no one is a rope.
What did you say? The idiot of that new recruit did what? Ugh, we've been ordered to take this girl to the interrogation room as soon as possible. The trial of the Great Witch is tonight. The appropriate arrangements are already underway in the square. Yeah, people are working that fast that they're constructing a whole new courtroom just for that final trial. We don't have time for this.
Sorry, sir. I'll go and hang that new recruit up by his heels.
See that you do.
I guess his neck would be a bit too extreme.
Psh, we're leaving now, and that's that. Bring that witch here to me. I will break down the door if I have to.
Now, let's use Phoenix for that. He seems to be good at it.
I know, right?
Looks like they took Espella away with them.
Oh boy, this is a bit of a pickle.
That made my blood boil, having to just stand here and watch her get dragged away like that.
I don't know, Luke. Your blood may have boiled, but Patty literally just outright attacked them.
We must bide our time, Luke. Don't worry, the time for action will come.
Although, at present, this place is still in complete turmoil.
Look! There are vigilantes and knights running all over the place!
That oversized rust bucket said the trial will be held tonight, didn't he?
Which, of course, means we have little preparation time.
Yep. Well, what's new for Phoenix?
Like you do. Indeed, that would seem to be the case, according to the Storyteller's story at least. I mean, I should know. I start off these grand adventures and finish them all on the same day.
Not all the time, technically. Who knows what will happen this time?
I think Kuyo's village episode over the course of 3 days.
Just last week, me and Luke went up a mountain and tried to figure out an ancient mystery.
The Great Witch Bezella used a spell to call forth a fire dragon, which then took the Storyteller's life. Could it be that Espella really is the Great Witch Bezella?
Everyone in the square witnessed Espella summon the fire dragon, but we will not be so easily convinced of her guilt, because apparently, seeing is not believing.
Oh, goody. I simply cannot comprehend it. I just had a fucking aspirin.
Also, Tail, it basically evens out to 2 days and a half because they arrive at the afternoon at the beginning of the game.
Sure. Can this really be a suitable ending to the story written?
Who says a happy ending doesn't require a bit of tragedy?
As a father, how can you possibly subject your own daughter to a fate such
How
as
dare
this?
you question How dare you question my writing decisions? And then
You're a terrible father!
And then Barnum died of a heart attack.
Inquisitor Barnum, we have the Great Witch in custody.
You took your time, did you not? How long is it now since the incident?
Well, yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
You're never happy, are you?
It took longer than expected on account of those incompetent vigilantes. They've only just handed her over to us. Blame them.
Your excuses do not interest me.
Well, why did you ask?
Realize that according to the story, the trial of the Great Witch must convene this evening. Do you not?
What happens if it's late? Yes, sir. Arrangements for the setting up of the special outside court have commenced.
Good thing it stopped raining.
I know, right? That would literally have rained on our
As much
parade.
information as possible before the proceedings begin.
Might as well be all prepared and everything.
Beep. There is little time left, so get going.
Yes, sir. You heard the Inquisitor. Witch, get moving.
Yes, sir.
Stop! Do not treat the accused like that.
Oh? What's this? Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, but, sir, this girl's accused of...
I know very well what she's accused of, but for the time being, that is precisely what she is, accused, not guilty.
Sir, this is very different of you. I'm not sure how to react to all this. Inquisitor Bottom.
Aspirins are an hell of a drug, kids. This girl is not a witch until she has been pronounced guilty. Treat her with respect, and that is an order.
But sir, she constantly keeps saying she's the Great Witch.
Well, influence or something. Yes, sir. But yeah, no, all joking aside, I do like Barnham's character development here.
Sure. Not to mention, soldier, what the accused says is irrelevant. The evidence is what will determine this.
I would like to hear the truth from you.
If she can speak it.
Or any words, you know.
Yeah, she's currently high out of her
Are you
mind.
really the Great Witch Bezella?
Not to mention, soldier, this wouldn't be the first time in the Phoenix Wright series where we have an accused admitting that he or she is guilty, and it turns out not to be the case.
I'm...
What's the Ace Attorney series, sir?
Wake up, Barnum. Go and prepare for questioning. I shall be along shortly.
I don't expect a lowly common soldier like
That's
you
you,
to know what that
Shiroy.
is.
That won't be necessary.
Oh, who should show up now at this time?
The cat's mother.
Yeah.
Inquisitor Darklaw.
With cat ears, no less.
What did you just say?
That won't be necessary.
I said that will not be necessary, not that
Yeah,
won't
exactly.
be necessary.
Are you deaf? Do you need to blow it down your ear with a blowhorn?
You see, this evening, you will not be the one standing in
Bummer.
court.
As is typical of Ace Attorney tradition for the finale case.
The main prosecutor gets basically dropped one way or another and replaced. What is the meaning of this? Who then? Who will stand in court?
I'm
I
glad
wonder.
you asked.
Well, hold on, Jovah. Didn't 4 kind of break that tradition?
It did, yeah, but then
Or
5...
broke a lot of traditions.
Yeah, like, Tio just raised a good point. 4 broke a
Or
lot.
just broke.
Oh,
Yes.
and to be fair, 5 pretty much brought it back in 6. Well, you know what happens in 6.
But yes, Darklaw just basically strolled in and says, I'm taking over, there's nothing you can do, bitch.
Yes.
It was written this way.
You're not saying.
If you don't like it, take it up with God.
God
I
is dead.
just literally got eaten by a firebird.
Well, then you can't take it up with anyone. So, I'm saying that I will be filling the role of Inquisitor in tonight's trial. Is that understood, Bonham?
Oh, great!
Oh.
So now Phoenix has to go up against the biggest, baddest Inquisitor in town now.
Hi, Inquisitor.
So what else is
planning?
So what else is new, Jovah?
Sure.
I'm not sure I quite follow. What are you implying?
So what is this now? Undefeated prosecutor number 5 he has to deal with?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe the fact that you're called Darklaw.
I called after you, and my pursuit led me into a mysterious forest.
You know, I do actually wonder if they called her Darklaw in the localization because, you know, this was also being done alongside the localization of Dual Destinies, which has the whole Dark Age of the Law thing.
So now you want to judge people by their names.
They're whom they refer to as the Great Witch.
Okay, to be fair,
Great Witch hiding...
I wouldn't judge her just by the name, but it's also about how she acts, Roy. And let's just say she ain't exactly been upholding the law the best.
But yeah, Barnum is also saying that to him, at least the Great Witch, he was Dark Law.
Yeah.
I've barely had any screen time. I'm my Inquisitor, how very interesting. And where, may I ask, is your proof of this?
I mean, okay. Alright, to be fair, quite a lot of the final prosecutors have barely had any screen time. Andrew von Karma didn't.
That's kind of the point of the final prosecutors. It's to help make them more menacing in that sense.
Yeah. They're this imposing figure that you don't quite know what to think of.
Free kind of did something a bit... Oh, go on.
Did you not even remove the mask to confirm the identity of that person?
It was kind of glued to their faces. They kept shouting this persona word, and I had no idea what that means.
Well, then just rip it off. Well?
I was unable to confirm anything. Thanks to the use of witchcraft, I was robbed of consciousness.
And you look oddly happy about that, Dark Law.
That's
shameful display.
Is that so?
In fact, Jovah, now that I think about it, Free was the one that broke the tradition.
Well, no. Okay, no. Free also does have a tradition. Free also does have the tradition of a surprise prosecutor for the finale case. The twist is that it's only for the first half of the case.
I will have to treat what you have just said as treason. Sorry, Jovah, I have to
Wait. What? How's it treason?
Well, to be fair, he
literally accused the High Inquisitor to be a witch.
Yeah.
And I'm God's favorite, as we've seen.
Damn it.
And treason against the High Inquisitor means treason against the Storyteller. See, I am the favorite.
Oh, snap. So what, are you the next god now?
How does it feel to be God's favorite?
Remember, in the Middle Ages, you can't accuse public, like royals and public figures of anything because it's against the law.
Unless you absolutely have
You
solid
there.
proof. Yes, milady.
Escort Zacharias Barnum to the dungeon for his crime of treason. You're also fired, by the way. Barnum, not
Yes, wait, milady? Oh my god, today has been an unbelievably crazy day.
On second thought, he may prove a handful for the likes of you men alone.
What does that even mean?
I shall come along and assist your escort.
Now,
okay, I get it. Ready the horses.
Yes, sir. I mean, milady. God, first Barnum changes his attitude, and now Darklaw accusing him of treason. How crazier can this day get?
We're right here, Barnum. We're taking you into immediate custody.
As if we keep stream dashes in there.
Me and my cat ears want you out.
God, she even acts as smarmy as a cat.
I do not believe it. I will not believe it. And I mean for raspberries. No! I cannot believe that Espella Cantabella is the great witch Bezella.
Well, I bought all of the aspirins, so joke's on you.
Blessed of all the times.
Yep, right as Barnum was starting to see the truth. Inquisitor Barnum, please know that it pains me to restrain the great defender of Labyrinthia. Like, even the knights are calling bullcrap on this.
There's no need to apologize. I'm aware that you're only doing your duty.
But sir...
Oh.
Even Constantine's
by the way,
here.
Constantine,
the dog
what
is...
are you doing here, boy?
Take him away.
Pork.
See, he's even admitted it.
Abomination.
My faithful companion, Constantine.
Oh.
I'm sorry to say,
It appears that your master has reached the end of his career.
Well, I hear there's an open
The
spot.
world is ending anyway, so...
And I hear that there's an open slot at the
Great
bread
task is
bakers
before
if you need a new job.
But now I shall be unable to complete it. It's such a pity.
It is, Barnum. It is.
Sadly, we're not even joking. Barnum pretty much keeps the rest of the game.
I kinda was wondering if we should have saved this as a surprise, but yeah. While there is a tradition of surprise final prosecutors, normally the main prosecutor does still come back in some way, shape, and form for the final trial. Franziska in Justice for All, Godo in Trials and Tribulations, and yeah, needless to say, the main prosecutors of 5 and 6 also come back in special ways for their final cases. Not so much for Barnum in this case.
Yeah, Barnum gets locked away in the box.
In the timeout box.
Oh boy.
So it's like in that I Am Weasel episode. 20 years in the box!
And that recess episode when TJ gets put in the box.
Yeah.
Okay, seriously, seriously though, I mean, there wasn't even a transition or anything. Barnum just suddenly got his voice back.
Oh boy,
it's like either have the whole scene voiced or not at all.
Inquisitor Barnum.
Oh? How nice.
I'll tell you why you were unable to find the truth.
Also, she's acting like,
Carmen San Diego.
Because you're a little bitch.
Oof.
Despite your
She's deadly in the Mortal Kombat Annihilation, all those pauses.
Huh.
Well, you will die.
What you lack
Something you lack.
resolve.
So you need to get Great Ace Attorney 2, The Great Resolve.
In order to find out the truth,
Why not?
you
Well,
went
then
to
it's a
great
mismatch.
lengths in following me to the woods.
That sounds
I
like
don't
resolve to
reproach
me.
you for that. You felt it was your duty.
Well,
as
she's
an
giving him
adult.
credit where it's due.
Yeah, she is.
But
Actually.
that's also the problem, Inquisitor.
I have it on both PC and Switch, so now
Why
what?
could you not
I
go
got it on
to
PS4.
Play them. Play the heck out of
to
them.
doubting the storyteller himself?
And enjoy all the extra bonus features, assuming you got it early enough.
I got it on
snap.
PS4, so I get it on a big screen.
Integrity of his lord and master.
Hmm.
And so you failed.
Basically, she's basically saying his limitations of following only the storyteller are what pretty much brought about his failure.
You see, this is your problem with
That
following
tower,
only
the
the
one in which
script.
the storyteller lives.
But if I don't follow the script, the storyteller
Perhaps
will have
the
me
truth you were
killed.
seeking could have been found in the small room
Doing that
at the
depends
very
who
top
proved your
of that
resolve.
tower.
I'll be
Oh,
dead!
What are you saying?
the small room at the top of the tower, you say, huh? Well, it's a shame we don't have a witness here who could potentially tell someone who speaks dog
It's
that.
too late to do anything.
You read the story, I read between the lines.
So I suggest you assign your unfinished task to that faithful
In
dog.
that
of yours.
situation, like the curtains were blue.
Oh, that's very subtle of you, Darklaw.
Very well then.
Thank you.
Zacharias Barnum, it's time to go.
Jeez, you almost
Also,
make it
curtains
so...
can just be
You'll
blue,
spending
it's
your
okay.
time in a damp,
The pen
dark
is blue.
place.
The pen is blue. The goddamn
That
pen
might be
is
a good
blue.
opportunity for you to cool that hot head of yours.
I will. Now, credit where credit is due. This is a pretty good scene for setting up just how much the player is looking forward to taking Darklaw on in court and giving her the old Phoenix Wright treatment of, hey, let's take this petty bitch down a notch.
Well, obviously, that's usually what it comes down when it comes to a lot of these.
We finally made it out of the tower.
I second that feeling. For a moment there, I wondered if we'd make it out safely.
That's probably not... Well, there's probably not much time until Espella's trial begins. I say we
Court
look
is now
around
in
for
session for the
clues.
trial of Espella Cantabella.
Wait! No. I say we look around for clues.
Indeed, that sounds like a wise suggestion. However, if it's alright with you, I'd like you to take charge of this particular investigation, Mr.
I mean,
Wright.
let's be honest. Slapdash investigations are kind of your strong suit. Sure, no problem, but what about you, Professor?
Me? Why, there is a place of particular interest that I would like to investigate. My contract.
No, Layton, the Storyteller was not done powering these guys. Get over it.
Can you imagine?
That would be the greatest
like
twist in the
investigate.
history of twists.
Yeah.
That's it, Layton. It was me all along.
Surprise, Layton. Turns out I was just trolling you.
Okay, I won't lie. I won't lie. A lot of my problems with the ending would have been removed if it turned out it was Don Paulo. Oh, hey, Constantine.
Keep that for your mind, Jovah.
Constantine looks rather worked up. Could something be the matter with him?
I don't know. I'll ask him and see. What's that? He's wondering if a silver bell really can ring that well.
Ah, good idea, Luke.
Drink your Ovaltine?
Son of a bitch.
Oh, no, surely not.
What is it, my boy? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
You won't believe what just happened.
I have a good feeling I might if it's what I think it is.
What did the little guy say?
Well,
Fuck off.
he said his master, Inquisitor Barnum,
has been relieved of his duties, and just like clockwork.
Oh, they did fire him.
You mean Inquisitor Barnum is no longer Inquisitor Barnum?
You could phrase it better, Phoenix.
But why? I'm so used to facing off against him now. Now I'm in uncharted waters with whoever I'm going up against.
But now you can make friends with him for reals.
Guess.
apparently he's been branded a traitor for treason against the Storyteller.
Barnum, a traitor against a man who's already dead?
How very peculiar. This has all happened rather too hastily for my liking.
Well, trust me, Professor, this is how things usually go over here on our end. If that's true, then who's going to take his place as prosecutor in the trial this evening?
Me!
Well, according to Constantine, that will be High Inquisitor Darklaw herself.
High Inquisitor Darklaw?
Yeah, that sure sounds like final boss material enough.
It would appear this incident has taken a further turn for the dramatic.
Again, welcome to my world, Professor.
We would be wise to attend to our respective investigations without further delay.
I do like to imagine that the reason we don't get as much shock and awe from Phoenix is because at this point he's used to the song and dance where...
I said without further delay. But whatever. I'd be interested to hear anything you wish to add, Constantine.
Adorable little scamp.
It appears he'd like to show us the way.
What's that, Constantine? Little TV fell down the well?
He,
Show us the way.
wants
Is
to
it-
show us the way to the Storyteller's Tower.
Either that or he's a fan of Kill a Kill.
The Storyteller's Tower? Why there?
According to Constantine, there should be a vital clue up there, because it's one of the few places the game hasn't let us go yet.
Oh, a vital clue?
Yes. Ho ho! This is most fortuitous.
It's the perfect excuse for us to do what we're best at, respectively. Professor?
Huh? You're weirdly happy about this.
Why, yes, I am. It just so happens that when I said there was a place I wished to investigate, that tower is precisely where I meant.
No kidding. I call bullcrap.
For the time being, everyone's attention is focused on the town square, so perhaps it might just be possible to enter that tower while it's not being quite so heavily guarded. At least I presume that may be the case.
You may have just found a chink in their armor, Professor. There's just one little problem.
What?
Time.
Isn't that tower where Espella used to live when she was a kid?
Yes, I thought I said without further delay.
I don't think we're gonna have time to go all the way up that giant tower before the trial.
What kind of clue do you think could be hiding up there?
Well, how about that really shiny thing on the ground that kept flashing while that cutscene was going on?
Yeah, that did catch my eye a bit. Maybe the clue lies in Espella's past.
You're saying we have to walk up those stairs again?
Yes, Maya, we have to go up those stairs again.
If only Pearl was here, she'd be up there in 5 seconds.
True.
Constantine says he knows a shortcut. He says, "Follow me, Sir Top Hat."
Just give it some time, Professor. Get chronologically. Forward to your next adventure about that.
Very articulate doggo.
Mr. Wright, I suggest we split up into 2 groups.
Okay, Professor. Be careful up there.
Professor, you're... Okay.
Yeah, everyone also speaks these days.
Really?
I am what?
I mean it, Professor. Be careful. Don't get yourself turned into gold again.
Don't worry. I shall be sure to return, armed with that vital clue.
And whatever you do,
yes, you will keep your arm this time.
We'll be waiting for you. In the meantime, we'll make sure we're armed and ready for the trial. So yes, this is gonna be one of those heavy trials where part of it's gonna be fighting against the prosecution, and the other half is going to be, well, maybe stalling for time.
Sorry, I fell asleep again there. The town, finally freed from the shackles of the story and witchcraft, will bathe in the morning light of the new dawning day. The new town will be aglow with freedom from the past and fresh hope for the future.
Aww.
Also, fuck all of you all, I'm dead anyway. If this story is to have the finale that has been promised, Espella too will bathe in the morning light of that new dawning day.
Assuming she doesn't bathe in the flames of the witch trial. I'm with you on that, Professor. Let's work together to make it happen.
Beautiful,
Farewell for
Professor.
now, Mr. Wright. Come on now, Luke.
Beautiful, Professor. You should be a poet.
Right you are, Professor. Come on, Constantine. Show us the way.
And then we have this entire Tintin snowy section where Luke is following.
All right. Let's start by investigating the scene of the crime. We've only got a few hours until the trial starts. That doesn't give us much time. Let's go, Maya. We gotta hurry. They're gonna start it at night because that's when it's most epic with the flames.
Right.
I'm sure the professor will bring us back something we can work with. I sure hope he won't do anything dickish upon arrival.
You know, like, considering most of the trials are being held by night at this point, the sleep schedule of everyone is fucked by now.
I guess the idea is that normally witch trials aren't supposed to happen too often, but ever since Phoenix and company came to town, suddenly they have been acting up more often.
They were just, oh, the person is here, guilty, boom.
What is this free day bullshit?
Again, there's another thing that the game doesn't well. But who were the defenders on the witch trials before Phoenix showed up? Because we kind of had to be present in some kind of fashion.
Unless
like,
they
for
just...
formality they were.
Unless people just really didn't have defenders because they couldn't think of anyone? Yeah, I do wonder if that was supposed to be built up on more. But again, do not worry, folks. We will touch base on why that may not be in the game. Now that you mention it, about what that dog thought about the bell, and aside from that, it was almost like she was being controlled by some kind of drug or magic back then.
Nuh-uh, no way. This is just downright disgusting. We can't let them get away with this. Disgusting. Sorry.
You're better to say say that in Mishi, right?
I only say it like that from now on. It's a problem.
Why?
It's a meme, Jovah.
You said it. I'm as serious as a heart attack, Nick.
Please do
That
not
I'm gonna have if I
jinx
keep eating all them burgers.
Maya, that is not something people say.
So, Tio, before we end this part here, want to give us the answer about that silver bell
Just to
tower?
be very quick, I was very curious. Mind you, this is not something to criticize the game upon because it's just, curious trivia about it. But since we mentioned the fact of a silver bell being present, a big one at that, I was actually curious because I actually do know someone who actually ring bells for churches. Yes, I have weird friendships, I know. So this guy, what I wanted to know is that can a silver bell of the size of typical ones in churches actually produce an actual ringing without actually getting damaged? And this answer was like, too long didn't read. The answer was like no, because of that kind of size, the composition of metal or silver will need to be reinforced with other alloys in order to make it resistance. Otherwise, the first dome will not produce that good of a sound and will actually impact the metal, producing bumps. Because silver is naturally a rather, more malleable kind of metal. It is possible to have, pocket-sized bells. The ones who say, think of one, the villain from the Great Mountains that they used to call the cat. That kind of size. But they will still not produce a good sound because silver is just not that great as a material for it. So it's more of a case of awesome but impractical, which would fit a ceremonial bell, to be honest.
So, essentially, it could technically work, just, maybe it would take...
On the size of the silver bell of the game, no, because it's too big. On smaller scales, yes.
Which, okay, given what we do figure out later, kind of a thing, but also a bit murky here and there.
Yes, Pedro?
Well, like Theo said, this is a fantasy story, so you kind of
it was just for the lose kind of thing. Because fiction love to use gold and silver, objects, even they might be impractical for that.
Like, I'm pretty confident that when Takumi and Hino wrote the part about the bell being made of silver, they did it because that way it looks cooler, and that's as far as they thought.
Now, granted, believe it or not, there is actually one thing in this game that they actually did, ironically, get scientifically right. Granted, we have not popped up on that yet. I will say this, though. When I found out about it, it was a legit surprise. I do wonder if this was just a case that they got lucky given when that discovery was made scientifically. But yeah, no, that is one benefit of actually getting to re-record this commentary now that discovery has been made.
Real quickly, though, before we end, because I wanted to answer Joe, but there was a lot going on that part. Okay, basically, Joe, your question about the whole, them using that name because, at the same time that this localization was going on, there was also the localization of Dual Destinies. Well, remember, Dual Destinies was localized by Genetsu's Capcom team, whereas this game was localized by Nintendo of Europe, two completely different teams. So I have Capcom was not involved in the localization process because the game in the West was published by Nintendo. So I'm pretty confident Capcom had nothing to do with this localization.
Well, okay. Okay. I do think that they may have traded notes during the initial writing, though, between the two bits. Because I think I do recall there being word that apparently Takumi and Yamazaki were apparently trading some notes along here and there. Possibly.
Oh, sure.
I don't know, so part of me... Okay, so maybe... Okay, that said, what you said does make sense, so maybe it was just a thing that the localizers chose to do, because...
Well, let me put it this way. Well, okay, two things. One, remember, at the time that happened, Joe, both Yamazaki and Takumi were employees of Capcom, so obviously it would be very easy for them to trade notes. It's another thing for two completely different companies, especially considering how one of them is in Europe and the other one is in America, because if I remember, it's Capcom of America that localizes these attorney games, right? So I have serious doubt. No, here's what most likely happened, Jovah. Nintendo of Europe actually did their research to make sure they would get stuff basically right.
Yeah, that's why I was walking back my statement. That said, given that the localization did come out like a year after Dual Destinies localization came about, since Dual Destinies was able to have its localization come out the same year as its Japanese release, thank goodness. So in that regard, I wonder if the whole Dark Law name was kind of made as like a bit of a nod to Dual Destinies with its whole Dark Age of the Law thing.
It's possible, but knowing Nintendo of Europe's localization's partnerships with Level 5 most likely was done because it sounds cool.
Not just that, Jovah. I honestly thought it was, rather than also being involving the law, also the fact that, she has, gauntlets that resemble claws. Also, her animal symbology of being a cat.
Trust me! There's some deleted stuff regarding Dark Law, which, again, will tie into how it seems like quite a bit of this game was rewritten, but no. Dark Law's definitely got the cat motif going down, which is honestly one of the reasons why I cast Shiroya as her.
Well, it wouldn't be a Hino game if there weren't at least one cat somewhere.
Alright,
even if it's a human cat girl.
So
But yes.
The trial starts in the next
there
part
is
or
Eve.
not?
There is Eve, which is a natural cat. So, alright.
See, he knows catering to everyone.
Anyway, we draw closer to the epic trial in the next part.
Yep.
See ya.
Yeah.